Hello and welcome, everybody. My name is Austin. I'm here with the Satisfactory podcast. We got a couple of guests with us today, and they'll actually be reoccurring roles. So if you enjoy this, feel free to tune back in anytime. We'll be here.
If you don't, tell us how much we suck in the comments.
Exactly. Be sure to rip on Adam the most. That would be Adam over there. Go ahead and tell us a little bit of something about yourself, Adam.
Well, my name's Adam. That's something, right?
I'm proud of you. That is something.
Okay, I went to a small engineering school up farther in the state, so I'm an engineer.
Wait, what's the name? I feel like people should know what the name is.
Trine University. We're the Thunder, so that's better than lightning, right?
Now, you see, the Trine that I'm familiar with took over what I believe used to be the grocery store known as Low Bill.
That's a satellite school. That's not the real one. The real one's better.
Whatever you say. All right.
Okay.
Well, go ahead and tell us a little bit of interesting fact about yourself, too.
Interesting fact. I guess not many people know this about me, but I wear glasses on a regular basis.
No.
So, hold on. I'm taking notes. Glasses are interesting? Question mark.
Good to know. Good to know. I'm glad that everyone's on the same page with glasses except me. Thanks for the memo.
Yep.
Anywho, our next guest here is Mr. Ethan. Ethan, would you like to go ahead and tell everybody who you are?
Yeah, so like you said, my name is Ethan, and I went to Purdue University. I majored in something known as classical studies, which I'll go ahead and explain to you what it is because most people don't know.
Or don't care.
Well, yeah, there's also that.
I mean, it's better than bowling technology.
Wait, that was a major?
That was a major.
So classical studies is the study of Greek and Roman literature, culture, whatever. It was a liberal arts degree, and I didn't want to take science classes, so I ended up there. And an interesting fact about me is I also wear glasses sometimes.
Gee, thanks for really making me the only person not wearing glasses.
Hey, that's your interesting fact.
All right, well, I'll go ahead and introduce myself real quick. My name is Austin. I'll be your host somewhat. My background is at an art institute.
An art institute? I thought it was like the art institute.
All right, so the school I went to is a piece of crap, to say the least.
I think crap is a little bit too nice for it sometimes.
They lost their accreditation. So when I went there, it was a nice, solid art school. And I, got a degree in graphic design. Fun stuff. Anywho, I am pretty certain that they're closing most of them. So
Wait, there's more than one?
Yeah, there's actually...
one in Chicago that's apparently really good.
Yeah, that one is good. There's about 20 of them out there. Now, it was still fun, but I wouldn't go there now.
And basically, people realize that art degrees are bad.
No, art schools are bad.
Yes.
Art degrees are perfect.
You can't teach art. It's something within you.
Shut up. Interesting fact about myself, like these gentlemen so proudly introduced, I do not have glasses. I know this is going to come as a shock to everybody, but I refuse to go to the eye doctor and never have. So thus, I don't think I need glasses.
But what do eye doctors even actually do? Like, they put some drops in your eyes and you're like, oh yeah.
They ask you which you see better in, one or two.
Yeah, they do all, you have to do all the work for an eye doctor anyway.
I wouldn't know because I didn't go. I'd rather just go to the dentist, make sure my teeth are clean. If they're clean, I don't give a fuck. Because that's the only thing that I care about.
Your teeth?
Yeah.
Why? What's so special about your teeth?
You gotta be able to eat. You could tell by my weight here. People listening just to
That's
audio
our
only.
second interesting fact.
I'm a bit heavier than the average person.
He is the hostess with the most.
That is true. I'm not the heaviest person at the table, but I do compete because Mr. Ethan here does have a bit of weight on me, but he has a lot more muscle. Most of mine is used up in something that most doctors call fat. All right.
Oh yeah, no, sorry, go ahead.
Are you okay?
No.
Did you have something you wanted to say?
I just wanted to make sure.
Did you want to input on my...
I just want you to know that no matter how much fat you have, we'll still love the skinny parts of you.
Oh, thank you.
Like his intelligence is a little skinny.
I went to an art school. What do you expect? All right. Anyway, so just to kind of introduce this whole concept here, we'll go ahead and say it. We're going to go ahead and make a YouTube channel. It's called Less Than Satisfactory Productions. These two gentlemen, as well as myself, I mean, we'll be doing a lot of it. We got a couple of shows coming up, if we can actually find time to film them. That's why we're doing this podcast, to kind of introduce you to who we are, what we are. Maybe you like us, maybe you don't. Who knows?
Either way, like, subscribe.
Yeah.
Find us on LinkedIn.
We're still on MySpace.
Venmo?
Yeah, Venmo.
Daily Motion. Good old Daily Motion.
Good God.
Do you guys ever use Daily Motion?
There is one reason to use Daily Motion, and that is because the greatest rap opera of all time.
Rap opera?
Yes.
What the hell is a rap opera?
Well, you see, there is a little-known artist named R. Kelly. You might have heard of him because he pissed on a couple of underage girls.
He also sang Ignition.
Yes, Ignition? Oh, yeah, the keys. Yeah, okay. But one time, like back in the early 2000s, he decided to make a 2-hour-long ode to opera, but he rapped it, and it was called "Trapped in the Closet." Probably one of the greatest pieces of music ever.
That just sounds terrifying, knowing that he made a song called "Trapped in the Closet" and he also pissed on children. I mean, I feel like there's a correlation there.
I don't think he actually pissed on anyone in the opera.
This is a podcast, not a real crime drama.
Oh, sorry, listeners. I know we got off on an R. Kelly tangent. Anyway, so let's go ahead and just tell some stories about our lives then, and leave R. Kelly alone.
He's got enough stories to worry about.
Yeah, he's got a lot of stuff going on. All right. Anyway, so
was he part of a sex cult recently?
Would not surprise me.
no, we're leaving R. Kelly in the past, Ethan.
No, but R. Kelly deserves.
Yeah, we're talking about future now, because future is better.
Future.
Oh.
Oh, sorry, I meant the future.
Oh man.
The future.
Did you guys know he did a song with Taylor Swift?
Why?
I don't know. It was awful.
That just sounds terrible. Speaking of terrible segue, we're going to story time. All right, so obviously we've kind of been through the whole college experience and, had a few interesting things occur. Would one of you gentlemen like to start off, or?
Well, I mean, are you referring to the fact that I never got laid, or?
Well, I figured we could attribute that to a certain type of schooling.
Well, I don't know about that. My mother taught me very well, but I assume you're talking about the times that we all got inebriated, because I don't know many college students who didn't get inebriated.
Well, I feel like that's more of a rite of passage in college. Isn't that right, Adam?
Yeah, definitely.
All right, good.
Yeah, no, I didn't drink a single drop of liquor until I got to college, and then it took one day, and I found the alcohol.
Oh, there's where it's been.
Got on the wagon and never got off.
Man, that's a fun wagon.
So if he's ever talking about his best friend, you know what he's talking about.
His name is Jim. Last name Bean.
How much Jim Beam have you drank in your life?
Well, probably at least a couple handles by myself.
Okay, that's a fair amount.
More than is necessary, probably. Enough to kill a small elephant.
A small elephant?
If he drank it all at once.
Okay. I was about to say, if he just did that over time, it might rot his liver a little bit, but that's a lot of effort for a small elephant. All right, well, let's go ahead and just do a couple of stories from your time then. You got anything?
Well, you see, I lived in the poor people's frat house, known as the cooperative system. at Purdue. It's basically where you don't you live in a shitty house and have to do everything for yourself, not like frat people.
Oh, so you're your own maid.
Yeah, except no one actually cleans anything because we're all lazy assholes.
And you're men.
Mostly just we're lazy.
Yeah, I know.
But one time I thought it would be fun to try to see how many shots that I could drink in one night. And I don't remember the exact amount, but I do remember at least getting to 27 shots of various types of alcohol.
Now, what all was included in this? Various types, if you will.
Oh boy.
Dare I ask?
Well, at one time I was drinking some shitty Canadian whiskey.
Oh, it wasn't Canadian Club, was it?
Nah, I have no idea.
Or was it lower quality than that?
If you think Jim Beam is near the top quality stuff, then oh gosh,
There's a whole nother level to fall to.
Oh, it's terrible. And then there was at least 4 shots of Everclear in there somewhere.
Oh, Everclear, because that's how everything gets solved in the world.
I don't know how those shots actually stayed down, but they did. And the worst part about this is that the entire time I was wearing one of those horse head masks.
Oh my god.
Yeah. And so I was just walking around, and every time I saw somebody new, I'd just run up to him, just be until they gave me alcohol, and then I ran away.
So you did the thing, and they gave you alcohol because of it.
I mean, what else are you going to do? It's the best way to get rid of horses.
I was unaware getting a horse drunk is how to get it to go away.
No, it's a perfectly plausible solution. They love alcohol, especially Budweiser.
Good to know.
Those are specific Clydesdales, though. Those aren't like thoroughbreds.
Fun fact for everybody else at home: Ethan does live on a farm, so
no horses though, because
because you killed them.
No, I would never. Yeah, I probably end up killing them by accident.
You do have some normal animals though, so
yes,
nothing too out of the ordinary.
Yeah,
nothing like a tiger or some crap like that.
Yeah, I'd love it. I wonder if you could crossbreed a tiger with a livestock, like a crossbreed dog tiger, a tiger.
Did you smoke a bowl before you came on this?
What? No, I would never. I don't know what you're talking about.
So wrong.
Are you talking about potpourri? Like a bowl of potpourri? Because that's not how you consume that stuff, Austin.
Oh, sorry. I was misinformed. Thank you so much.
So Adam, what are your crazy drunk stories from college?
We're all listening.
I guess, to be honest, if it was crazy enough to share, then I'd probably forgot it because, the miracles of blacking out.
I do enjoy that very much.
Yeah.
I guess I can kind of share a stupid idea I had if.
Ideas are welcome.
Oh, okay.
Feel free to.
So, there was this apple orchard near school that had sold apples, and they sold some other stuff, but mainly I went for the apple cider. It had no preservatives, no any other garbage in it, just straight apple cider.
Okay. So
I had the idea of what happens if I take a gallon of this and just kind of let it sit, because it's apple cider. It should turn hard, because alcoholic apple cider is great.
Adam does like it.
Phrasing.
And we all know that just letting something sit there for a while will definitely make it hard.
So what actually happened, instead of any sort of yeast in there consuming the sugars and producing alcohol like it's supposed to, it turned into apple cider vinegar.
Oh.
So I went to take a big swig of it, and it tasted like apple cider vinegar.
Wait, is vinegar alcoholic?
No,
I don't.
It's not alcoholic. No.
I mean, you can always look on the internet if you want.
Some scientist somewhere could tell you how the enzymes.
I'm more of a hands-on
differently.
person. I'll just have to try drinking shots of vinegar sometime.
Oh, I'm sure that'll be very safe.
It's actually kind of healthy for you in moderation.
Okay. I mean, I'm sure it would clean you out for sure.
Oh, probably, yeah.
Moderation. That's my
Something you're not familiar with.
I guess if I can think of any more interesting ideas, I'll share them, of course. But for right now, that one definitely makes me look like an idiot.
That is a good start. Good start. I see you guys looking at me now. Are you wanting me to share a story, perhaps?
Well, I have to look at that end of the table from over here.
Well,
True.
yeah, we all shared our stories from college. How was the Art Institute?
Well, let me tell you. So, for those of you listening, we do live in Indiana. I'm going to go ahead and just spoil that for you right now.
Spoiler alert.
There's not a whole lot here.
Hey, we're in the heart of Jeff Gordon country.
Oh, thanks. I prefer Tony Stewart, though. Anywho, so the Art Institute was downtown.
What about Jimmy Johnson?
Just shut up. So the Art Institute that I went to was downtown, north-ish side of Indianapolis. I was staying with a couple of friends that were in the dorms over there. Yes.
There were dorms?
Yes, the Art Institute had dorms.
Where the hell were the dorms for the Art Institute? Next to the public housing?
Well, the dorms for the Art Institute were right behind the strip mall that had a sex shop in it. But that's neither here nor there.
It's both here and there.
Whatever. There's a pizza place in the strip joint.
Pizza and sex.
Yeah, that. All right. There's nothing better, really. I mean, you just bring pizza in the bedroom. It spices things
So
up.
wait, if you roll up a pizza, can you like stick it in, use it as a dildo?
Anything's a dildo for breakfast.
Ooh, pizza roll, but anal beads.
Let's
no. Pizza roll, anal beads. Oh, hold on, I'm writing down that business idea.
Stop writing down business ideas.
And I'll write down things Ethan's not allowed to talk about.
Yeah, Ethan's going to have a lot more restriction the further we go with this. So, yeah, I was at the Art Institute dorms. Yes, there's dorms. We've established that now. I know it's incredible. They're not there anymore. They're actually a Hyatt Inn now. Because the Art Institute obviously could not afford them. So we were staying there. We were playing King's Cup. Got a little bit tipsy. And then we decided, it's about 1 in the morning. It's time to go get some food.
I mean, that's the only thing to do that late at night.
So the dorms are on the north side of this road called 86th Street. For those of you that know 86th Street or are in the Indianapolis area, it's a fairly busy road, even at that hour of the day. So my drunk ass and the 3 friends I was with decided that we were going to cross the street and head towards the McDonald's. Because who doesn't like a good burger at 1 in the morning?
A good burger or a McDonald's burger?
Yeah, why are you going to McDonald's then?
Well, because Good Burger doesn't exist, and if it did exist, I would be much fatter than I am. Which is still a fair amount.
Wait, so you're telling me Good Burger doesn't exist?
Unfortunately. If it did exist, that would be a blessing, though. Back to the story, though. So we were crossing 86th Street. I still don't know to this day how we crossed it without getting hit.
Are there even crosswalks on 86th Street?
There are.
Just not where
We did not take any of them. We went straight across. There wasn't even a stoplight where we are, actually. So I really don't know what thought process made us think that it would be okay to just cross.
Were any of you good at Frogger?
I was in my early years, not so much anymore. So, we made it across the street, though. We got to the McDonald's, and they saw us coming across the street because I assumed that we probably took 5-10 minutes to get across the road. And it's just a bunch of, zombie walking drunkies. So, you don't really want your place of business doing anything with that type of individual. So,
but it's a McDonald's that's open
Yes.
at 1 o'clock at night.
But as we were coming up to the door, I watched somebody, because I remember this part of the evening. Somebody came up to the door and locked it as we were coming up. So we're like, no! And then we decided to go next door to the Taco Bell.
Oh, no.
Taco Bell always leaves.
Yeah, Taco Bell doesn't care how drunk you are. They're like, oh, you're throwing up? Great, come in.
Don't worry, you'll be shitting after this too.
Yeah, you still got another hole that you haven't had liquid come out of yet. So we walk over to the Taco Bell, still open, mind you. And, you know, we go up there, and my 3 friends order their stuff, and then I order mine, and I'm like, I'll pay for all of them. So I threw my Discover card down, and then, yes, I have a Discover card, shut up.
No, it's okay. I just think I know where it's going.
Well, they accepted the Discover card.
What?
I know, it's incredible.
You gotta be fucking kidding me.
No, it's true. But my...
That's a new discovery. Anyone?
Oh, Adam.
I'll see myself.
Yeah, the door's over there. Don't let it hit you on the way out. Anyway, so, you know, I paid for our meal, and then my dumb ass decided that, you know what? Other people want food here, too. I'm going to pay for the whole restaurant. Paid for the whole fucking restaurant with my Discover card. I regretted that in the morning. Anyway, so we got our food. You know, they deliver it to you because they have it on the little tray. I don't know if they do this at other Taco Bells, but that one, they'll actually bring you your fatty greases of bread.
Are you sure you just weren't too drunk to go up to the counter?
That could have played a toll in it, and they probably just felt bad for us. I don't really know. But I just remember I looked down at whatever I had ordered, because I still to this day don't know what it was. I looked at it, said, this isn't what I ordered. Grabbed it, threw it against the window, and just walked out.
Not the TV group either, friends.
Hey, those things are good.
But I later found out when we got back to the dorms that I had grabbed something on the way out. I don't know whose nachos they were, but I grabbed somebody's nachos on the way out, and they were just all crunched up in my jacket pocket.
So wait, you would say that those were nachos?
Ethan,
Why is he allowed to make stupid puns and
do you
I'm
want
not?
to follow Adam out the door?
Hey, you can do the podcast by yourself. I'm not stopping you.
No, I'll die. Anyway, so there's my drunk story. I got better, but
Oh, yeah.
Maybe later. You know, this is just a tease.
Yeah, we can't extend all of our
do you forget the words?
juices or story juices in one shot.
Story juice. Oh, one shot. That's interesting. There's a little, what's that? Foreshadowing?
Yeah, foreshadowing.
Yeah. So keep in mind that phrasing there with the one shot. Let it sink into your head. You're disgusting.
They call me one shot Ethan.
Well, it's better than one pump chump. All right, so we got a couple of minutes left here. Is there anything else you guys want to discuss while we're here? Anything at all?
Well, there was the my favorite topic of the evening.
No, we're not talking about Tony Romo.
Oh, we're not talking about Tony Romo?
I mean, we got about 3 minutes that we can talk about Tony Romo if we really want to.
So 3 minutes. So yeah, that's a good 3 minutes, and then the 4th minute we just have to stop.
Yeah, exactly. All right, so you got 3 minutes here on the clock. Go.
Okay, on the clock. Tony Romo is actually one of the best quarterbacks of all time.
Wrong!
But you have to understand is that it's all about the fundamentals and building towards the fourth quarter. He just doesn't know how to finish.
So
He falls down the mountain instead of stays on the plateau.
in a way, yes.
Trying to get very metaphoric because that's what sports are about is metaphors.
Just climb that mountain, man. Just climb it. That's what everybody does. I mean, at least he wasn't given a 10-year, $100 million contract or anything. Because that would be stupid, Oakland.
Yeah, why would you ever do that?
All right, so there's our sports minute. Hope you all enjoyed that. On a separate note, we do have sad news that was in the words in the news today that Mini-Me passed away. So
Mini-Me?
Yeah, Austin Powers. Did you not watch Austin Powers?
No, I did not watch trash movies.
It was a beautiful film.
Goldmember was a beautiful film.
What, you don't like gold members?
No, I don't like. I mean, I'm not particularly fond of members of any kind, but gold members are
No.
especially abhorrent.
What if it was bronze?
Bronze? I mean,
Would bronze change
Yeah,
it at all?
Mr. Greek Studies.
Yeah.
I mean-
put your degree to use.
bronze is not better. Okay, bronze is a terrible metal compared to gold because it's on the fucking penny. It's worthless.
The penny's copper, bro.
I thought it was zinc.
Well, it's zinc covered in copper.
Oh, okay.
You know what? Let me have.
Science.
The more you know.
I think that copper is just bronze, but it's just it's kind of having an identity crisis.
Kind of like you.
I always have. Wait, what?
Gotcha.
But no, bronze. Yeah, why? So the Austin Powers mini-me died.
Yeah, it was a little guy that dressed up as a miniature version of Dr. Evil. Do you know who Dr. Evil is? Please tell me yes.
I told you I didn't watch.
But he was on, what was it, Jimmy Kimmel? Or was
Jimmy
it Fallon?
Kimmel?
He was on one of them.
Am I a 40-year-old yuppie who watches late night TV?
I don't know what you do in your spare time.
Well, I mean,
Dreams about farming.
yeah.
Yeah, farm simulator, is that what you do?
Yeah. There's only one way to get off for farmers, and that is
More
to step off the tractor.
Wouldn't it be stepping on the tractor get you off?
I mean, it's she's the one that thinks my tractor's sexy, not me.
You think it's just a piece of machinery.
It's just utilitarian, just like a vibrator.
All right, on that note, so we're going to go ahead and sign off here in a minute. I just wanted to say thank you to everybody that did tune in. If you enjoyed this, we'll probably do another one. We tried doing a video, so we'll see if that works. If it doesn't, you're going to have to live with the audio.
Don't worry, our faces are pretty ugly anyway.
Maybe we'll add like a PowerPoint with stupid stuff that we're saying.
Slide transitions.
Yeah.
The more you know.
Dun, 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 dun.
We'll just make sure it's not red lettering on black background.
Yeah, that's horrible. It's going to make it look like, was it the Coke Zero logo?
Coke Zero Sugar.
Whatever. That's what I think of it. Anyway, so we're all out of time here. Ethan, I do believe you had one thing you wanted to say before we got off topic. What was that again?
Wait, am I allowed to talk about coat hangers now? Yeah, and they're very varied uses. They're
No, I know where this is going. No. All right, we're done.
Look,
Ethan,
I just look at the time.
You can
Look
put
at the time.
notes on them.
we're
you can hang them up,
approaching.
You can use the wires.
No, we're done.
To,
Bye.
Bye, everybody. Thanks for tuning in.
they're so useful.